Week 21. So last week was an exciting week. If you follow me on the beach house, you will know that we had a little bit of a scare. I was feeling a little bit of back pain. Well, I was feeling a lot of back pain, and it felt exactly to me like contractions, back labor. All through the night after moving, we were just working so hard and unpacking boxes and just going crazy working. My stomach was so tight that it just wasn't relaxing at all, and I was having a lot of what felt like back labor, and so we actually ended up going into the hospital, which was crazy, and I cried just the fact that it even got to that point where I needed to go in and get checked. But here is a clip from the week of us going into the hospital.
Your blood pressure's good, it's low. So I want to kind of stand here and I want you to tell me when you feel that tightening. Oh, there was the baby moving. And there's the baby moving again. Can you feel that?
So after going to the hospital, we were there for about 2 or 3 hours. Everything turned out fine. They did some tests, and mostly they said, this is an unofficial bed rest. Do like your mom thinks you should do and just lay down for 3 days and take it easy. And then they also said drink like a gallon of water a day. I have to drink 4 of these. It is crazy. I am not a very good water drinker, as you can tell, but I have to drink 4 of these, and it makes me have to pee all the time. So ever since then, I've been really trying not to overdo it, and I've had some help from a lot of other people in my family, just giving me love and support and water and food and trying to help me to stay down off my feet, because if you have 3 kids, you know how impossible that is to try and just lay down all the time. It's hard. It's impossible. If you're the only one at home, it's impossible. So another thing that I've been experiencing lately, which I think just comes with this point in pregnancy, is a bigger appetite. It's just because I'm not sick. I love food. A lot of food sounds good to me right now, and it will probably, towards the end of the pregnancy, it won't be so much like everything sounds so perfect and yummy at that point. But that's how it is right now, which I love. So baby news this week. The baby is around 13 ounces, and so almost just almost a pound and 7 inches long. Also, the baby is, I'm just feeling tons of kicks and movement, which is good and which was very reassuring, because while we were actually at the hospital, the baby was kicking the monitor and making all these huge sounds, and I was like, what are all those sounds? And the nurse is like, that's your baby. It is going crazy right now. So I was really kind of like, oh. But next best thing to like an ultrasound or something, because I could hear the heartbeat on the monitor, but I could also just hear all of these kicks and movement and flips and all that stuff, so that was kind of cool. This is my husband. If you're new and have never met him before, he's pretty much the most awesomest thing ever.
Why, thank you, my dear. That's a good introduction. Rebecca got in trouble this week. She's been a bad girl. It's not really her fault though. She got excited because we moved into a new big, awesome, beautiful house. As part of moving into this house, she had a lot of work to do, and she had a lot of responsibility with the kids, and I was still working full-time. Needless to say, a lot of work was put on her shoulders, cleaning up the old house so that we could be moved out completely and so on. And in addition to that, our new house's water supply is not very good, so we didn't have a lot of water to drink, and it didn't taste very good. With those two things combined, it was basically the perfect storm for problems. Sure enough, she was having some issues because dehydration can cause contractions.
If you didn't know that, now you know. So if you're having preterm labor, you think, drink a buttload of water.
Also, when we found out at the doctor's office, they said the majority of the time women come in early in labor symptoms, they always tell them, get them full of water, plug them into an IV, and they get them with fluids, and all of a sudden, their contractions just magically stop. Let this be a lesson.
Magically.
That if you're having any issues with that, just make sure that you're very well hydrated and you stay hydrated. Another thing that she's had to learn is just that she needs to rest more. She can't overdo it. She can't keep pushing herself through all of it. She has to take it easy. And even if she's feeling good now when she's working, getting stuff done, it hits her at the end of the day, and it hits her really hard, and she needs to sleep. She is pregnant.
I'm not pregnant.
And we want it to stay that way because it's too early to have a baby.
A thought that went through my mind the night that my stomach was so tight that it couldn't even relax at all, even if I was laying down, and that was when I really knew that I had overdone it. A thought that went through my mind was a really horrible, horrible thought, but it was just what happens to a baby that has an abortion, like when you have an abortion. And I never looked into that more. I just by accident saw how an abortion happens once, and it just is completely awful. But I realized something in knowing, what happens to a baby. Basically, what I realized is that it would be my fault if the baby died at that point, if the baby couldn't make it, and that was because I was overdoing it. And it's not so much like I'm overdoing it for me, like sometimes I'm overdoing it and I don't even realize it because it's not hurting me necessarily. It's really, what it's doing is it's hurting the baby. And that's where I was like, okay, I'm not doing this for me. I'm laying down for the baby. Like, I'm not laying down because I feel like I need to. It's really because I feel like I need to prevent the baby from having anything bad happen to it. So that was kind of a hard lesson, but I realized that it's not for me, it's for the baby. And so I can do it even though it's hard and I might push the boundaries too much. It's difficult. It's a difficult balance.
Yeah, it is. And when you're at home with your kids all by yourself, it makes it really hard for you. Even as much as you might want to rest and relax and take it easy, they're so demanding on your time and attention that it almost becomes impossible.
Yeah, it's like they want food and stuff and you're like, no, starve!
Or they need diaper changes, or they need playtime, or love and hugs.
Yeah, what is that?
What do they think they are? Kids or something?
It's impossible! That's why it's driving me crazy. Because I still have to do work, but I guess at this point it's not so much, because I'm not technically on bed rest, I have to just do the least amount that is physically possible to keep me and my children alive. And all of my children.
Yes, and your unborn child.
That's right.
As well.
That's right. All right, it's your favorite time, belly time. All right, here's my belly week 21. And at this point, I am definitely feeling like I look pregnant. And I feel like I'm pregnant. That's what we're doing. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. You can click here to watch last week's pregnancy vlog, or you can click here to watch us on the beach house, which is our family channel. We do daily vlogs on there, and it's pretty awesome. All right, we will see you guys next time.